In this tutorial, we will be going over object representation. The Santos environment gives the user the capability of creating a real-life object scenes for the avatars to perform in. As shown in the previous tutorial, a variety of objects are located in the library window under the Objects tab. The object of interest can be placed into the scene by simply clicking and dragging. To help with object representation, a variety of object tools are available. First, after the object is placed in the Santos working environment, the center of axis can be repositioned by simply clicking the Control key while using the Translate Transformation tool to shift the axis to the desired position. Second, the snapping tool helps precisely place the object to an exact position. The snapping tool is located on the icon menu of the viewport window. A drop-down window for the snapping provides 3 options. Object snapping will snap the center of axis of one object to the center of axis of another. Ground snapping will snap the center of axis of the object to the ground. Grid snapping allows for the objects to move parallel alongside the grid without accidentally shifting the object up or down. The context window and the expert pane also provides other options for object representation. In the context window under the Common tab, by unchecking the Visible option, the object can be made invisible in the scene. By unchecking the Pickable tab, will make the object unpickable so that the object cannot be accidentally transformed. The Expert pane also provides other options for additional help. In order for the appropriate object to be altered, the object name must be highlighted. Clamp rotation, clamp scaling, and clamp translation of the object can all be restricted by changing the desired axis to true. This is done by double-clicking the word false. The name of the object can also be changed by double-clicking the current name and changing it to the new desired name. Lastly, the opacity of the object can be reduced by changing the 1 next to the word opacity to any lower value. To change the object to an exact measurement, the Object Scale tool under the Windows tab can be used. The drop-down menu lets the user select the desired object to scale. And the new width, new height, and new depth can be inputted by the user and then scaled. For the width, height, and depth values to be of different values, the uniform scaling option must be unchecked. The units of the values shown are located in the bottom left corner of the main Santos screen. By double-clicking on the units, the measurement system can be changed to either English or metric, and each system gives 3 different units of measurement. Click Apply to change the Santos environment's measurement unit. Note that if the Enable Converters option is checked, all objects in the scene will be converted to the new measurement. If the user would like to keep the values or current size of the object in the scene, the option must be unchecked before clicking Apply. To create a representation of a real-life object in the Santos environment, the Parenting tool helps create all the objects in the scene into one movable object. To show this, I will build a simple table. To start, I will get my objects from the library to drag onto the scene. Then I will transform the objects to fit the desired size and shape. Since the legs of my table will be the same dimensions and shape, I will just copy the existing object by right-clicking my mouse on the object and selecting Copy. Then, under the Edit tab, I can select Paste to paste the object into the scene. My copied object will paste on top of the existing object. To relocate the copied object, I can just use the Transform tool to shift it to the new desired position. Once my objects are all in place, I can pick the parent of the legs to my table. This is done by right-clicking on each table leg individually and selecting Pick Parent, and then selecting the table top. Note, the top of the table did not have to be the parent. Any object in the scene can be the parent to another object. After all the legs are parented, the expert pane will show the hierarchy of the objects. The parent tool now makes all of the objects into one. The circle of axis of the highest parent in the scene will control all attached objects. Again, the center of axis can be repositioned by simply holding the control button while moving the axis. To undo any parenting so that the object can be transformed individually, right-click on the object in the expert pane and select Make Global. This will unparent the object to allow it to transform freely. As shown on the expert pane hierarchy, the object should not be paired with anything else. Now that you have a basic understanding of object transformation, the Santos avatar manipulation is next.